You are insane, you muttered, staring at Mina, your best friend, like she had grown two heads. She grinned devilishly. No, I'm a genius. My brother is literally looking for a girlfriend right now, and we both know he has a type. You. You blinked, but I can't just walk up and say, hey Jungkook, want a girlfriend? Exactly, she said, folding her arms, which is why we are staging a fake breakup, a tragic, loud emotional mess right in front of him. Then you're sad and vulnerable, and he, being the secretly soft mafia boss he is, will comfort you. Boom, love. Her eyes were gleaming as if she could already imagine that. You hesitated. And you think this will work? Mina raised a brow. Have I ever let you down? Well, there was that one time you told me I could pull off bangs. That was fashionably brave and you know it. Focus. You sighed. Fine, but if he laughs, I'm blaming you. He won't. He'll melt. Trust me. You looked at her while she nodded. I'm his sister. I know him better than anyone. You sighed and threw yourself back on the bed, spreading your arms while staring at the ceiling. I can already imagine my embarrassing face, yet I'm bold enough to take that step. Mina chuckled lightly. Q2 3 days later, in his living room where you accidentally ran into Jungkook while fighting with your boyfriend, aka Kihyun, your friend from acting class who owed you big time. I can't believe you would do this to me. You wailed dramatically, voice shaking as you stormed towards the exit. Fine, please, let's talk. Kihyun followed, his expression torn and perfectly theatrical. There's nothing to talk about, Kihyun. You betrayed me. Jungkook, sitting on the couch with a whiskey glass in hand, raised a brow at the scene unraveling before him. Why the hell were you dragging your personal breakup into his house? You knew who he was. This wasn't a tea room or some high school hallway. This was John Jungkook's living room, and now here you were bringing a guy he didn't even know into his home just to have a loud, very public argument. He leaned back into the couch, narrowing his eyes slightly while Mina popped popcorn behind the kitchen counter, whispering, wow, Oscar worthy. You never loved me, you cried, throwing in a perfectly timed sob. That's not true. I made a mistake. You gasped dramatically. With her? My best friend's cousin? I didn't know she was your best friend's cousin. Mina choked on her popcorn. Jungkook looked at Mina. You wanna explain this? She popped a piece of popcorn in her mouth. It's complicated. He scoffed softly, clenching his jaw for a brief second before he sipped his whiskey again. Unbelievable. I should have seen this coming. You were always distant, always cold. I was trying to protect you, Ki-hyun said, barely holding back a grin. You stormed your food, protecting me by cheating? Nice logic, Ki-hyun. Can we please not do this here? You turned to face Jungkook. Sorry you had to see that. He raised a brow. No worries. Drama keeps life interesting. You disappeared into Mina's room with a muffled sob, leaving behind an awkward silence. Ki-hyun stood near the doorway, still panting a little from the performance, shifting on his feet like a student who just got called to the principal's office. Jungkook slowly rose from the couch, tugging down the cuffs of his shirt with deliberate ease, his rings clinking softly. Mina's eyes widened. Oh, Oppa, what are you doing? He didn't respond, just walked towards Ki-hyun, who tried to look anywhere but directly at him. Let him go. Mina rushed to say, stepping in between them like a brave but very nervous shield. He's not worth it. He broke Hwayeon's heart. Oppa, don't waste your energy. Jungkook raised a hand gently and she instantly stepped aside. Jungkook didn't speak, just looked at her for a beat, long enough for her to instantly step aside. He stood in front of Ki-hyun, eyes calm but unreadable. Ki-hyun cleared his throat. I'll leave now. Didn't mean to cause, anything. Jungkook stared for a long, uncomfortable second, then raised a hand. Ki-hyun flinched, but all Jungkook did was gently pat his cheek twice. You did a good job, he said softly, his tone so calm it was terrifying. Ki-hyun blinked. Thanks. But from now on, Jungkook added, eyes narrowing just slightly, don't come near her again. Not in my house, not anywhere. Ki-hyun's mouth opened and closed like a confused goldfish. Yeah, okay. He turned and practically speed walked out. As the door clicked shut behind him, Mina stood frozen like she was trying to blend in with the wall. I'll check on her, she said, backing up. She's probably crying a lot, definitely need me. Without waiting for a response, she turned and bolted down the hallway to her room. Jungkook exhaled slowly and sank back onto the couch, swirling the amber liquid in his glass. He glanced towards the closed bedroom door. A tiny smirk touched his lips. Cute. As soon as she came in the room and locked it, you got up from the bed as you were waiting for her nervously. Was it too much? Did I overdo it? Mina grinned. Nope, he didn't even blink. That means he's thinking. What if he's thinking I'm a nutcase? Why trust the process? You peeked up. Do you think he bought it? He totally did. He looked like he was holding in something. I think he was annoyed but also concerned. That's a win. He even warned Ki-hyun to stay away from you. He looked at her shocked. Really? She nodded with a big cheeky smile. It's a step one. Trust me, he saw you. Vulnerable, gorgeous, hurt. Now all we do is wait. You make it sound like a mafia trap, because it is, but with more eyeliner and heartbreak. You groan. I'm going to die of embarrassment. No, you're going to fall in love. Outside in the hallway, Jungkook was standing quietly, arms crossed, listening to their muffled whispers. He smirked. So that's what this is. Cute. Then he walked away with a small shake of his head, the ghost of a smile tugging at his lips. After the chaos of the morning, you'd curled up on Mina's bed, cocooned in a blanket burrito, staring blankly at a fairy light covered ceiling. Your phone buzzed once, Ki-hyun's "Did we nail it?" text, but you ignored it, too consumed by the anxiety of what just happened. Had Jungkook bought it? Was it too much? And why did your heart thud so hard every time you remembered the way his gaze lingered after you ran past him? Why? Mina peeked into the room with a sheepish look on her face, arms crossed over her chest like she was bracing for an explosion. You groaned. I'm never showing my face in front of your brother again. I embarrassed myself and made your living room a theater. Oh god, you overthinking ass. I told you it's working. Can't you wait for a while? You sat down and pouted. What if he thinks I'm weird and now I'm crying like this? Mina rolled her eyes. Please, my brother lets no one cry in his house unless he plans to do something about it. Also, I may have told mom I had cramps so I wouldn't have to go to the John family brunch today. Wait, you are leaving? I have to. My mom just texted saying Jungwoo Oppa's bringing his fiancée and it will look weird if I'm not there. She gave you an apologetic look. But you're okay, right? Just chill here for a bit. Jungkook won't bother you. Your eyes widened. You are leaving me alone with him? No way. I'm going back home. You were about to stand up, but she pushed you back on the bed. Don't mess with the plan. You're staying here until I come back. What would I do here all alone? She shrugged. Not alone, darling. Your mafia princess here. Your cheeks turned pink while she left. Later in the afternoon, you were still in Mina's oversized hoodie, hair in a messy bun, standing in her kitchen trying to make noodles without looking like a disaster. The sound of soft footsteps behind you made you jump and then freeze. Didn't expect to see you still here. Jungkook's voice came deep and quiet. You gulped. You turned around slowly, noodle packet in one hand. I was just hungry. Right. He nodded, his dark eyes sweeping over you in that unreadable way that made your breath hitch. So that guy earlier, your boyfriend? You fumbled with the packet. X. You corrected, doing your best to sound better. Now. He leaned against the doorway, arms crossed. He hurt you? You nodded solemnly, looking down. It wasn't even acting now. His concern, real or not, made your heart ache. I'm sorry, he said quietly, voice so sincere it made your stomach flutter. You didn't deserve that. You looked down, not saying anything. You okay? You looked up, eyes wide and glassy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ruin the morning. He shook his head and sat beside you on the chair. You didn't. I was just surprised. Didn't know you were dating anyone. You bit your lip, feeling guilty for making him worried after a lie. It wasn't serious. He just didn't see me, not the way I wanted him to be. Jungkook was quiet, then handed you the glass. His fingers brushed yours. Some guys are blind. If I were him, I would worship the ground you walk on. Your heart hiccuped. You are just saying that. You whispered. He took the glass from your hand and set it aside. Then, in a move that stole your breath, he wrapped an arm around you and pulled you into him. You gasped quietly but didn't resist. Your head rested against his chest, his scent wrapping around you. I've never said anything I didn't mean. He murmured. You looked up, your faces were inches apart. His fingers brushed your cheek gently. You deserve someone who sees every part of you and still wants more. And then slowly, carefully, he leaned in and kissed you. It was soft, reverent, like he was afraid you would break, but it did steal your breath away for some time. You melted, and when you kissed him back, his hands tangled into your hair, deepening it into something electric, something dangerous, and dizzying. You forgot it was a plan. You forgot everything but the feel of his lips, the sound of his heart beating fast against yours, and the way he whispered, You're not just a comfort wine, you're what I have been waiting for. The plan worked too well. You sat snuggled under a blanket in his penthouse, in his arms with fake tears in your eyes and a real warm arm draped around your shoulders. I can't believe he just dumped you. Jungkook said softly, his deep voice making your stomach flip. His loss. You peeked up at him through your lashes. You think so? He nodded, eyes twinkling. Absolutely. If I were your boyfriend, I would never let you go. Bingo. Phase 2. Flirt. You leaned into him. Then maybe you should apply for the position. A beat of silence passed. Then he spoke. I already did. He whispered, his breath brushing your cheek. You just didn't read the fine print. You blinked. Wait, what? What do you mean? He chuckled, low and cocky. Wine, you and Mina are the worst liars ever. Your jaw dropped. You knew? Jungkook nodded, clearly enjoying himself. From the start, the dramatic breakup in my house, the loud crying where you made sure I was in earshot, the accidental shirtless selfies your ex sent me. You turned beet red. It was Mina's idea. She used me bubble tea for playing along. He teased, but you were cute, really cute. You groaned and covered your face with your hands. This is actually so embarrassing. I want to melt into the floor. Jungkook laughed. You are already halfway there. Your cheeks are burning. You peeked at him between your fingers. I can't believe you knew the whole time I didn't say anything. I was curious how far you would go, he teased. Honestly, I thought there might be dramatic piano music next. Stop, you groaned louder. I practiced crying in the mirror for 2 days. He raised an eyebrow. No wonder the tears looked real. They were real. I got emotional thinking about my failed GPA. You said with a pout while he cracked up. That might be the most relatable thing you have said. You gave him a weak glare, and you just let me embarrass myself. Jungkook shrugged. Hey, you looked cute while dramatically storming out of the kitchen. Point for commitment. It feels so childish now. Gosh, I stormed like a toddler. An adorable, tragic little toddler. Please stop. Never. He was enjoying teasing you. You dropped your head onto his shoulder with a grin. Ugh, this was supposed to be cool and romantic. I was supposed to steal your heart, not my own dignity. He smiled, gently tilting your chin up. Who said you didn't steal both? You blinked, thrown off. Wait, are you being serious again? Very. You suddenly avoided his gaze. Okay, but still, I owe you an apology. For what? Giving me the most entertaining week of my life? For the manipulation, I mean, it was kinda scammy. He grinned, Ryan. My family is in the Mafia. I appreciate good scamming. You gasped. You're not supposed to say that out loud. You're not supposed to fake a breakup with a guy who wore matching socks with kittens on them. That was his idea. He thought it would make him look soft. It made him look like a preschooler. You wheezed. Stop, I can't handle this. Jungkook chuckled and brushed your hair behind your ear. Relax, I liked it. The chaos, the effort, you bit your lip so you don't think I'm weird? Oh, you're definitely weird, but you are my kind of weird. You stared at him hard doing flips. You are dangerous. He smirked only when provoked. You are provoking me right now. Good, I plan to do it often. You gave him a shy smile. So what now? He leaned closer, nose brushing yours. Now, we do it for real. No faking, no plots, just us. Your breath hitched. And if I mess it up? He chuckled softly, brushing a loose strand of hair behind your ear, his eyes never leaving yours. Then I'll fall for your mess too. Every nervous word, every awkward pause, every time you overthink, I'll be right there, falling harder. Your lips parted, but words refused to come. You weren't used to this side of him, tender, honest, and just a little smug. He grinned, tapping his fingers lightly against your chin. So don't worry, trouble. You can't mess up something I already want forever. Your cheeks flamed as he leaned in again, brushing his lips against yours forehead. First, soft grounding before his mouth met yours in a kiss that was anything but pretend. Meena pushed open the front door with her elbow, balancing a soda and an obnoxiously large tub of popcorn. Okay, I got snacks, I got drinks, and I downloaded 5 rom-coms. She stopped mid sentence, popcorn tumbling to the floor as she caught sight of the couch. There you were, tangled in a fuzzy blanket nestled into Jungkook's chest, his hand lazily playing with your fingers while you both stared at the TV like it was the most natural thing in the world. Mina blinked, then blinked again. Oh my god, she groaned, dropping the rest of her stuff on the table. Are you seriously still using my breakup plan as an excuse to snuggle? Jungkook didn't even flinch. In fact, he looked downright smug as he stretched his arms tighter around you. Upgrade that, he said smoothly, glancing down at you with a tiny smirk. We are dating for real now. You tried to look apologetic, but the grin tugging at your lips betrayed you. Oops. Veena stared at you like she was rethinking every decision she had ever made involving you two. I swear, she muttered, rubbing her temple. If you two get married and actually tell people that your origin story was a staged kitchen breakup with tears and bad acting. You and Jungkook exchanged a look, then in perfect annoying sync, we will. Meena let out an exaggerated scream and hurled a pillow at you. You ducked, laughing as it soared past your head and hit Jungkook square in the face. He didn't even flinch, just caught it calmly, tossing it aside with a smug little grin. I need new friends. No, you don't, Jungkook said, casually kissing your forehead like it was second nature. You just need to accept that you are a genuine matchmaker. Mina huffed, but her lips twitched. Fine, but if I walk in on you two doing anything other than cuddling, I'm charging rent. You snorted, nestling closer to Jungkook. Deal, but fair warning, cuddling is our minimum. Oh, you two are the worst. Mina groaned as she flopped onto the armchair, stealing a blanket. And also, maybe a little cute, but mostly the worst. You glanced up at Jungkook, your heart flipping when he smiled down at you like you had always been his. Maybe you had. And as Mina grumbled about third wheeling in her own apartment, Jungkook leaned down and whispered in your ear. Best fake breakup of my life. You laughed, kissing his cheek, and whispered back, best accidental boyfriend ever.